first commute to work. I had to go this route because I don't know if I tripped the light sensors. Could have been waiting to turn left for a very long time. So first thoughts on this bike, it rides really well, super comfortable. I've really enjoyed it. I'm about 130 miles on it so far. Maybe did like 80 yesterday. I got the comfort seat, and I'm pretty sure it's making a difference. And I didn't do any really riding with the stock seat. But I felt pretty good yesterday. But she's got plenty of oomph for the 60, that's for sure. Everything about this bike is gorgeous. The way it looks, I love it. I got a couple more upgrades coming. Bar end mirrors, the Van Colt grips, Dean Speed crash bars. Apparently, I put on the headlight. The stock one was halogen. Upgraded to LED. Did the custom dynamics turn signals. And a small dark fly screen, which actually does a pretty good job pushing that wind up. I don't really feel it too much on my helmet. We sit so low in this bike. You know, I saw a review on that same screen on a Triumph Bonneville. He sit a little taller, so he was actually up, maybe back in the breeze, but I'm not getting any buffeting or anything like that. But I still feel a lot of wind on my arms. But I did ride it shortly without the fly on there, and I could definitely feel it. But no, it's doing a really good job. And it does a great job of covering up the wires. There's enough space in there for me to get a little handlebar bag, keep some items in there. Self-canceling turn signals, but I have to test it out. I'm not sure if they work if I just change lanes. I know they work great when I do a left or right turn, but they don't seem to turn off when I just changing lanes. It's probably easy enough to test just to turn it on and while going straight, you know, see what happens. For short rides, super comfortable. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to do the upgrade on the handlebars until I know for sure if that's going to be helpful or not. Let's see if that blinker turns off after time. Hey, it looks like it does. There you go. The new headlight throws a ton of light. I can actually see it in daylight reflecting off of the signs on the road. I need to adjust it. It's not quite centered. This bike, it handles really well, turns real well, leans in real well. It's narrow enough to filter if you're in California or location then. Allows it. I got some more magnets left over. I'll probably toss them under the bike to try to trip that sensor, or at least give it a little added help. But there should be enough mass. The only gripe that I've had so far, and maybe it's just because I wasn't used to it, my other bike, the gas cap comes completely out, and I just set it up in the dash. This one folds back and is hinged, and there's really not a lot of room between the cap and the instrument gauge. And my phone, I turned the handlebars to the right and I moved that out of the way, so that wasn't a big deal, but there's still not a whole lot of space. It just took a little bit getting used to. I was at about, I think, 118 miles when that light kicked on. You say you got about another 20 to 25, 30 miles. Stock sound I really like. I mean, I wouldn't mind if it were a little bit louder, but I don't think I'm waking up my neighbors. Or maybe, I don't know. thinking I was gonna get a red light. Other thing I've noticed is the bike, it sits so low, those exhausts stick out so far at the back. If I back up to a curb, especially where I live, there's a bunch of dips on the side, so the water, pools off the middle of the road. But if I roll back, you end up hitting the bottom of the exhaust on the curb before the tire does, so kind of have to be careful. The bike doesn't have any way to lock itself. There's no handlebar lock or anything. But fortunately at work I'm in a covered, locked, secure facility, so it's definitely a little heavier than my Benelli. Give you guys a quick walk around. It's a pretty bike. You guys have a good day.